Hey bitches, welcome back to a Korean belters versus Philippines belters, the final battle. I don't know why it's the final, maybe they made some battle before, but we're gonna get into it. So let's see what's gonna happen here. I love both nations in terms of singing. They seem very vocally just mastering the vocals. So let's just get into it. Let's see who's first on the list. Did I start recording? Yes, I did. Okay. She can get up there like nobody's business, and she's doing this at like a smaller venue basically. I'm gonna give it to Sohyang. I'm gonna give it to her because it felt a bit more easier and not as thin, let's say. So I'm gonna just give it to her for that. But I did not react to Regine in a while. I need to find something. Girl, guys, suggest me something from Regine. Come on. This is really good too, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be her. I'm sorry, but that's epic. Like, that's really epic. That was really good too. I think the tone of it was probably, I maybe like the tone better, but in terms of everything that happened, it has to be Sohyang. Is it just gonna be Sohyang? It says Korea versus Philippines. The beginning of that note is something I didn't like, but the way it was sustained was good. I didn't particularly care for either of those, so I'm not gonna give the points to any of them. That sounded so easy. I don't know, it's a bit, I need him to go down a bit, like G5 and lower. Like I need him to do that because it's a bit hard to get through this. I don't know who to give a point to there. It felt a bit too easy for Sohyang because it feels like this is just Sohyang versus everybody. Like that could have been the title, to be honest. That is amazing. The note was good, but something seemed like slightly off key the way she descended down when she went down. I'm gonna give it to Sohyang because that was literally perfect. Like you cannot sing it more perfectly than that. Oh my god! And then, so far this was just Regine and Jonalyn Viray. Is that it? Nobody else. Like why am I looking at three singers if it's Korean belters versus Philippines belters? Certainly there are more singers that do that. Maybe not that high. I don't know. That's crazy. I'm gonna give it to her. Regine freaking slayed this thing, okay? She slayed it, honey. And she looks stunning. That was really good. Like, the sound of this is not the best. Yeah, that sound, the recording is not the best, but I'm guessing it's gonna good for the copyright because it's not gonna be picked up because these are not the best clips. Regine is slaying in these two clips. Absolutely her. This was really freaking good. This was so amazing. The tone, the flat, the straight tone into a vibrato, the height of it, the just the tone of it, I guess. The quality was really great. This was not even a belt for her because she literally it's remarkable the way she did it, because it started almost like such an easy sound for her, almost in a head voice in a way, but not quite there. And then she went into a slide belt. That's not easy to do at all. I'm gonna give it to her. It just, because it's called belting and it sounds like more of a belt, so that has to be a category for judging. Now we're getting into the territory where she's really not trying much. Like, this is normal for her. Jonalyn has such a like a metallic sound. I feel it's sharp, but it's still open and somewhat wider, especially in her mid belts. She sounds really good. I'm gonna give it to her. Why is it only Sohyang? I know Korea has a lot of singers. They have so many singing shows. They could have put anybody else here just so we can hear. But here we have like 3 singers and nobody else. They are not the only belters. Come on now, this video really could have been made a bit better in a way. But the notes are really good, and I want to say, like, yes, obviously Sohyang is always going to be like technically better. I know that there are people who said that on my last video with her, that you're gonna be like, oh, she's just loud, she doesn't really have that pretty of a tone, she doesn't touch me, she doesn't have emotions. I feel like that's a critique that people are gonna give to those who can actually sing very high, or who can just sing very technically correctly, just very well. Because I know that when it comes to the Trinity, the vocal Trinity, they're always gonna be like Mariah, Whitney, but you know, Celine, or for example, when they compare Celine and Adele, when I watched that one video, they're like, you know, obviously Celine is better, but she doesn't have the emotion. Yes, she does. You just know one song and nothing else. That's why you're saying that, because she's so technically proficient. But she does have the emotion. She's very emotive. She can sing very well. She's creative. I'm talking about Sohyang now. So that critique really doesn't, I don't get it, and I don't agree with it. Finally, that was almost like a Broadway sound, and finally somebody else. It has to be Regine. And the way, you know what's the creepiest here? The way she hit that E5 and this is her face. That is so creepy. Because how are you singing that easily? I don't get it. She was literally almost like, if this is where her breath is, the air, she literally just, like, that's all she did. It was insane. It was insane. Definitely Regine. I think as we go down, it's always going to be somebody, not always, but like most of the time it's going to be somebody else, and not Sohyang, because again, as I said in my last video, Sohyang is so high that she flourishes when it goes E5 and beyond. Like, that is the best range where she can execute everything and sing you under the table and just be absolutely remarkable. Like, that's where she's going to be the best. Everything like below that is a bit less trying, so it's not that effective. Let's say it's not that impactful, despite it being super technically correct. And Sohyang probably has the most longevity, probably. Well, none of them sustain the note, so it's kind of like, okay, if it's belting, like I get it doesn't have to be sustained, but I'm gonna give it to Regine. As soon as I said that, here you go, like, it's really her, like, it's really her. Her performances are always flawless, and as I said, she's not gonna perform unless it's gonna be flawless, like, it's insane. Yeah, it's gonna be her. And that's about it for this video. Okay, let me just stop recording. I just need to say that it's such an obvious, like, difference. Like, it's here where everything changed. Like, right here at 2 minutes. Prior to that, it was all Sohyang. She just dominates in those high areas. It's insane. But again, I do wish that there were more singers here, because 4 of them are not enough. Like, 2 of each country is not enough. Like, even just from Philippines, I reacted to, like, at least, well, for female singers, we had Morissette, we had Gigi Delana, we had Clarissa, we had a lot of them. We really did. We had like 8, 9 of them on my channel. And for Korean singers, I know I've seen compilations. I know that I've reacted to, again, similar number of that. Obviously, there is much more of them, but they really could have been all pushed in here just so it's not like 2 people basically battling back and forth, since it's Korean versus Philippines. Like I said it many times so far, but I had to. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video. That's about it. So yeah, see ya, bye.